Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. Today we're talking about the fourth best deck, Dragon Link. Dragon Link is an insane archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel at the moment thanks to the inclusion of the Bystials. The Bystials having been introduced and now seeing widespread play in many archetypes has really given this deck in particular quite a boost. And as you can see, we're playing 50 cards because honestly you could play all the way up to 60 or all the way down to 40 and not really see any issues. So this is the deck list that I came up with, and yeah, let's just quickly do the card by card and the explanation. Starting off with our normal summons, we have the triple Black Metal Dragon to search out the Darkness Metal Dragon, as well as the triple Seyfert to search out either the Collapse Serpent or the Wyver Burster. Sorry, Wyver Burster, Collapse Serpent. As for the rockets, we are also playing one Rocket Synchron, double Tracer, one Recharger, and one Caliber. Now I know what you're saying. Why are we only running, or why are we running Caliber? Why are we running two of the Tracer? Pretty simple. Caliber is very nice in certain situations to grab another tuner in case your Rocket Tracer needs to be like destroyed for you activate its effect, destroy itself, and then you can grab the Rocket Caliber. Sometimes it comes up. Also, it's just good to have an additional name to go into instead of something else, right? It makes your quick launch more alive and stuff like that. So it's just nice to have overall. So there you go. Also, it can special summon itself, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's basically it. Moving on, of course, we're playing the double Wyver Burster and one Collapse Serpent. We're playing more darks than we are lights, so we're playing the two Wyver Burster and one Collapse Serpent. But honestly, these are very good. And yeah, you could also just play 1 and 1. You could play 3 and 3. Up to you. As for the Bystials, let's move on to those. We were playing the one Magnuma, the one Druid Swarm, and that's basically it for those two, because they're limited to one. Hooray. We're playing two Saronir, because sending cards to the graveyard, like for example, the Branded Regained, or I guess it would be, Branded Regained or Lubellion is very nice. So we're playing two of those, and then the one Baldrake. We're also playing two Lubellion, because we are also playing the Branded Regained and Branded Beast combo to allow us additional recursion and additional interactions. Very nice there. As for the rest of it, we're running a bunch of one-offs, that being the one Destrudo, the one Absorouter, and the one Levianeer, as well as one Darkness Metal Dragon. That's basically it for the monsters. The Destrudo and the Absorouter are normally what you're going to send off of the Dragon Ravine. So there's that, and why we're playing those. As for the rest of the cards, we're playing a whole bunch of spells, that being the one Foolish Burial, one Triple Tack. Honestly, I should play more of this. Triple Tack is absolutely crazy. Just don't really have space for it. This could also be the third Imperm. Imperm's also very, very good. So there's that. Triple Chaos Space, the one Dragon Ravine, the one Boot Sector launch. Dragon Ravine and Boot Sector launch are searchable very easily with the Romulus and the Striker Dragon respectively, so we're only playing one apiece of those, even though they are very, very strong. As for the rest of this, we're also playing Triple Quick Launch, the one Branded Regained, and the double Called By. And then the one trap Branded Beast. As for the hand traps, we're playing triple Maxi, the Gamma, double Gamma and one Driver, triple Ash, and double Infib. The reason we're playing Gamma happens to be very good in this deck because your Bystials will activate, things like Lubellion and stuff like that will activate. You also have access to your Chaos Space, which is very, very good, and Quick Launch as well, all of which can be Ashed or Maxied or something like that. Plus, it's a light, which means you get additional access to your Chaos typings, which is also very useful. So being able to stop something and then go into a rank or a level 8, such as Chaos Ruler, or heck, even Borreload Savage, is very nice. So as for the rest of the, for the extra deck, we're playing a few synchros, the Borreload Savage, the Chaos Ruler, the Hot Red Dragon, and the Baron. Baron can be made with a level 4 and a level 6, so that's why we're playing it. You just have to make it before you get Dark Locked, which isn't too difficult, but it comes up occasionally. As for the rest of the deck, we are playing the one Pisty, the double Striker Dragon. Honestly, double Striker Dragon comes up quite a bit. You basically make either a Romulus or a Hieratic Seals, or any of the level or Link 2s, and then you're able to go Pisty on one arrow and then Striker Dragon on the other arrow to then utilize the Pisty effect to bring back a monster. Then we're playing the one Seals, the one Romulus, one IP Masquerena, one Dark. We're running the one Triple Burst to give us easier access to the Boral End. We're also running the one Unicorn, one Boral End, and one Underworld Goddess. Now, notably, I'm not playing the Delirious Dragon, which is also a pretty decent card, all things considered right now, because it's just basically an additional material. But the thing is, because I'm instead focusing more on like Baron and stuff like that. And I wanted an out to like big unaffected guys. We are playing the Underworld Goddess. However, Delirious is very, very good right now. Being able to bring itself back, being able to like pop cards and stuff like that. All in all, very solid. So there's that. But yeah, just, you know, being able to bring itself back pretty consistently is very nice and gives you access to a lot more materials than normal. However, I don't really have anything to use those materials for other than like a Hieratic or a Borland, and we don't really need additional access to that. So there you go. Anyway, let's hop into the duels and show you how this deck performs. Alright, so here we are going first, and actually we're going third. Let's be honest with ourselves, this hand doesn't do anything. We're going to set the Called By and hope that we can do something off of this Maxi and this Ash. My opponent's going to start off with a Chi-Chi, to the which, Picari, to the which I will go for the Maxi. They will Ash, I will Called By, because I kind of need this Maxi to resolve, especially against Ignister, so that I have the ability to actually stop them. And so yeah, they grab up their Idol Reborn. They're actually going to go for the Infant, which is great. I draw into the Gamma, and I'm like, yeah, you can get your Island, that's fine. They're going to go for their other Ignister, the Hiyari, and then I'm going to draw into Druiswarm, which actually does something here. So we're going to start off with the Druiswarm, banishing one of their monsters, and then just proceed to the battle phase and walk over one of their monsters as well. I walk over the Dark Infant here instead of the Hiyari, mostly because of the fact that we know that they have the Island in hand, so I do want to stop that. But yeah, now we have Druiswarm, which means that if they deal with the Druiswarm, it's a little bit worse for them. We're going to activate Maxi again. They'll deal with the Druiswarm, and I'm like, okay, I'll just send the guy to the graveyard. Doesn't really do anything, but they're just going to chain to that the Idol Reborn, bring back Dark Infant, and then pass again. I don't know what they were trying to do there, but okay. We drew into Chaos Space, which actually does something here, so we're going to go for the Chaos Space, pitching the Gamma, and go for the Collapse Serpent. We're going to activate the Collapse Serpent, banishing the Gamma, and then go into Striker Dragon, which now allows us to actually play the game. We're going to grab up that Wyver Burster, and since we hard drew the Boot Sector, we don't get to activate the Striker Dragon there. We're going to go for the Chaos Space and draw into Gamma. Fantastic. We're going to go for the Romulus here, activate the effect of the Romulus, activate the effect of the Wyver Burster in Chain, grab up the Collapse Serpent because we've already used it. We actually go for the Chain Link 2 on the Wyver Burster so that we can chain block the Romulus, which that effect we want to resolve more. So we're going to go for the Dragon Ravine, pitch the Gamma, and pitch the, Absol Router grabs Tracer, then we can Special Summon the Tracer, Special Summon out the Darkness Metal, and then Special Summon out the Absol Router with the Darkness Metal effect. Now I could have gone for something like Druiswarm as well, which could have been useful, but I decided to go for the Absol Router, because now we can go for the Baron, normal summoning Ash. So there you go. We're going to pop that set card, then we're going to pop with our Rocket Tracer to go into the Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler effect reveals Levianeer, which is fantastic, which you didn't get to see, sorry. But yeah, we get the Levianeer here and Mill Destrudo, and at that point, my opponent concedes, realizing that the game is well and truly over. Good game. Alright, and here we are going a second again with Max C. Look, some of these duels weren't exactly the greatest. We're going to fire off the Max C. They are going to go for the Code Talker here. And yeah, at this point, Max C just kind of OTKs them or FTKs them. But then they actually do something very interesting. They just go Code Talker, activate Mathmech Billion Blade, which if you've never read this card, it's terrible, but it's very funny. Basically, this guy is now bigger. Because during damage calculation, they get to send a Mathmech from their deck to the graveyard, and the equipped monster gains the attack. So it is during damage calculation, so that's something we will have to keep in mind. And they have the Signet Conflict as well off of the Microcoder. So there's that. During the end phase, I'm going to activate my Sarnier, to which they will chain their own Maxi, and I'm like, sure, you can get a free +1. That's a-okay with me. They probably have another Maxi, or not. Okay, that's very interesting. We're going to go for the Striker Dragon, grab up the Boot Sector launch, activate the effect of the Striker Dragon, grabbing back our Rocket Synchron, since this hand kind of doesn't do a whole lot. It's okay. But yeah, we're going to grab back that Rocket Synchron. They will then Signet Conflict our Boot Sector launch. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. We're going to go and then just Special Summon out our Red Eyes and then Rocket to grab up the Dragon Ravine. We're going to activate the Dragon Ravine, pitching Driver, which happens to be a light, which now we can utilize our Collapse Serpent on. So then we get a Special Summon out the Collapse Serpent and then activate our Destrudo to bring it out. Here we can go for the triple burst here, and I actually do make a bit of a mistake here. Realistically, I should have used the Destrudo to go into the Pisty, and then go with the Collapse Serpent into the Striker Dragon to then bring back, because I wanted to go for the Borland here. Because Borland, should be big enough, no matter what they send off of this Billion Blade, to get over this Code Talker, which is what I wanted. However, I do make a bit of a mistake, but I do fix it here. So we go for the Wyvern Burster, and then we link off into the Striker Dragon, and hey, look at that! Code Talker gave us a zone to summon to. So I summon the Striker Dragon to that, and then I go for the Pisty to the other zone and bring back that Saronir. Saronir didn't actually end up going to the graveyard, so it never got the ability to actually go for anything there. We're then going to negate the effect of the Code Talker just to bring back our Rocket Synchron. We're going to go to the battle. They're going to boost up by a bit. That's fine. They're going to also grab back their Circular. That's okay. We're just going to attack in with the Saronir and then link those two off for IP Masquerena to then allow us to activate the Saronir, sending the Lubellion and passing the turn. Now this IP Masquerena kind of isn't doing anything, but you know, it's there. It's doing stuff. Anyway, yeah, it's just kind of here, just chilling. But yeah, they're going to go and normal summon Diameter, which they just happen to have, and activate the effect, to which I will then chain and negate, bringing back our Rocket Synchron. They're then going to go for Circular, activate the effect of their Sigma. I'm going to banish their Sigma to prevent them from actually doing anything. Out comes Alimbertion, pretty standard here. They're going to activate the effect of the Alimbertion, adding the Equation. Equation effect is then going to bring back who was this guy? It doesn't matter. Circular, go for the Splash Mage effect to go into the Circular, go and take Access Code, or Heat Soul, which is very interesting. And then they reveal that they have the Parallel Exceed in hand. Yay, Cyberse. Okay, out comes the Access Code Talker. They're going to activate the effect, and they're going to pop a bunch of cards. I'm like, yep, that's fine. They're going to pop. They're going to go to battle, walk into the Borrowland, realize they can't attack over the Borrowland, pass. Whoops. Okay, so all I need to do at this point is get this Rocket Synchron off of my field in order to then negate the Access Code Talker. Okay, cool. Well, I draw a monster, so I'm going to normal summon the Druisworm and then go for the Bystial Lubellion, which is in the graveyard, to then allow me to just activate the Druisworm, because, hey, that's a really good card to have. Now we can negate the effect of my Parallel Exceed, and then I realize, oops, that was actually just dumb. It didn't matter, but yeah, I shouldn't have negated that. But yeah, there you go. There's the game. Cool. Borrowland is a cool guy. Alright, and that is another driver in hand and another Maxi. Look, it's fine. We're playing against Dynomorphia. This Maxi isn't going to be all that helpful. They're going to set 4 and pass, and, well, let's see what we can do. Now, this game is actually a lot more interesting than Maxi would have you believe, but trust me, follow me, it's fine. We're going to go for the Maxi here, just to draw, like, I think a single... No. We do get to draw 2, because they get to go Kentragina, and then into the other gun. We're going to go for the Levianeer here. They're going to activate the Kentragina to bring out, of course, the Rexstrom. Out comes Rexstrom, hip hip hooray. Anyway, we're going to go for the quick launch here to grab up the Rocket Tracer. We're going to pitch the Saronir so that we can activate the effect of the Saronir to dump the Lubellion to get just another body onto our side of the field. We're also going to banish the Saronir to go for the Wyvern Burster, which will then go for the Striker Dragon. They're going to go for Brute and pop our Striker Dragon, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why we decided to do that, but okay. They're going to then activate the effect in order to special summon out their Theresia. So we actually get another draw here, and we now have Ash Blossom, which actually does come in handy later on. We're going to go for the Levianeer, just to special summon it, as well as the Collapse Serpent here. We're then going to go for the Chaos Space to cycle for a Infip, and then we can go for the Hieratic Seal. Now, this is a very important card because it has 0 attack. Now, if you haven't read Rexstrom, it's a very fun and interesting Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's not. I'm lying to you. I'm blatantly lying to you. It's not a fun card. I hate this card. I despise it. This card says, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters they control with attack greater than or equal to your life points. Well, this has 0, so that's the idea. This having 0 attack means that we have the ability to basically always activate it because my opponent will always have at least 1 life point. However, this also has a secondary effect where you can pay half of your life points to change the attack to your current life points. Meaning, no matter what, we basically, our opponent can basically turn this off as well if they choose to activate this effect. So that's a bit frustrating, but there's nothing I can really do about that. During the battle phase, they are going to activate the effect of the Rexstrom, and then I'm just going to set the Infip and pass. Yeah, didn't really need to do that, but alas, here we are. They're going to pay another half of their life points to immediately go for the Rexstrom, and luckily we do have that Infip, so I'm going to Infip. I decided to Infip this column. It doesn't really matter which column, though, as long as it's hitting one of the traps. We do know this trap, but we can Ash that one, so it's fine. And we basically just have a Hieratic Seal and a Dream. So they're going to go to the main phase. They're going to switch everything to attack, go to the battle phase, and I'm going to activate the Hieratic Seal. They don't have Imperm, which is, or not Imperm, Called By, which is fantastic. So then we are going to go for the Magnemite. Magnemite, during the end phase, will search out that Lubellion. Whoo! Okay, we're not dead. Fantastic. You'll love to see it. We draw up at that quick launch, which is also very nice. We're going to go for the Lubellion. They are immediately going to go for Frenzy, to the which I will immediately say no, none of that. Please don't do that. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. We're going to grab up that Saronir because it is actually important here, grabbing us additional copies of more of our monsters. We're going to go for the Borreload Savage Dragon here to grab a Negate, to the which they will go for the Ferret Flames. Yeah, of course they have the Ferret Flames. Oh wow, that card is insane. If you haven't read Ferret Flames, let me quickly read it to you, because it's actually crazy. It's a combined attack of all face-up monsters your opponent controls is higher than your life points. Make your opponent shuffle monsters they control into their deck, their choice, except monsters with 0 attack, so that the combined attack of the remaining monsters they control becomes less than or equal to your life points. Basically meaning shuffle away everything because I'm on 125 life points, meaning even if you have a freaking Sangan, it's gone. Anyway, we're going to go for the Saronir, special summon it, and then go for the Lubellion. Lubellion will then send the, Saronir will send the Regained. We will then set the Beast with the Lubellion, to the which they will set, or activate the second Ferret Flames. Hey, this isn't a once per turn. Did you know that? It's fine. We're going to just tribute off the branded, or tribute it off with the branded Beast. Doesn't really matter. We got what we wanted out of the Bestial Lubellion, because my opponent isn't exactly the brightest of cookies in the cookie jar. That didn't make sense, but it's fine. We're going to just tribute it off and pop their back row, because this guy floats, and we don't want it to float. We're going to grab up that branded Regained as well, and then we have the Bestial Beast and the branded Regained, which is fantastic. They're going to go to battle, deal 2k, and pass the turn. I'm like, okay, that's totally fine. We're going to draw for turn, and it happens to be triple attack, which is basically dead here, but we do have that second Wyver Burster, so we're going to go for the Wyver Burster. We're going to banish the, banish with Wyver Burster, which then triggers the Regained. Regained is then going to try to put back the Levianeer, to the which they will infip, and negating the Regained. We're going to go for the Striker Dragon, grab up our Rocket Tracer here, and now we can go for the Boot Sector. We're going to special summon out the Rocket Tracer, pop the Regained because we can just grab it back with Beast, so it doesn't really matter, and then we can now go for the Borreload. And hey, Borreload has a target here, so we're going to go grab the Seals because it's 2, and then we can just go to battle and be like, do you have anything? You don't? Fantastic. Whew, that was, something. That was something. Yeah, there you go. Good game. Alright, we're back with the deck, and in all honesty, this deck is incredibly versatile and incredibly interesting. It's just something that I am not too familiar with, and I do not know all of the lines and exactly what I should be doing, and so because of that, I do make a lot of mistakes. I don't even know if this is the best build. In fact, I'm almost certain that it isn't. I'm sure someone who actually plays Dragon Link could make a better build significantly more easily. But all things considered, this is a very, very fun deck. It is very interesting and has a lot of various different lines that you can go through. Hieratic Seal is absolutely insane, even though it's only at 1 in this deck. It's very, very nice, and it does quite a bit. It's like your only play under Max C, which is kind of frustrating. But all things considered, it's still a very, very good card. Borderlands is a powerhouse, not being able to be destroyed by battle or card effect, and not being able to be targeted by anything or any monsters is also very nice. But yeah, it's just a powerhouse of card, and really helps seal out games very easily. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. This is just a solid deck, and is right now very, very good. I know that you're probably thinking like Sword Soul or something like that is the 4th best deck. Let me tell you, it's this one. This one is very good. It's not higher than the 4th. It's definitely the 4th best deck. It's not on the same tier as like Branded or Tier or something like that. Or Sprite, I guess, was the other one. But all things considered, it's still very strong and definitely something to watch out for. Its biggest downfall is Max C, which is why we're playing a lot of outs to Max C. And that's basically it. You don't really have that many outs to the Max C play, so like if your opponent resolves a Max C, you're just kind of stuck there hoping that your hand traps and or bestials are able to get you to the finish line. So there you go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, a like is very much so appreciated, and if you want to check out more content like this as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh, then just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for this.